good afternoon, good evening, and Marie Empanado Wilson here. I am Mommy Ann on the go in all my other social media platforms. Hello, hello, hello. I hope you are doing so fine in this rainy, slushy, snowy day here in Maryland, eastern part of the US. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you are doing just fine. Comment down below where you are watching from. All right, let's check out our Facebook. We are live, supposed to be in Facebook. Are we live in Mommy Ann on the Go? Are we live in my personal page? And most of all, we are also live in YouTube. So if you are seeing us there, I hope you are going to share this live stream because we have an amazing, 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 amazing couple. These two people are the power couple in our community. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you will. You have seen a preview earlier, but oh my goodness, I just came back from a week long supposed to be meet up, but it felt like a retreat. I felt like I was crying every day, and these two people in here, these two lovely people in here, started our meet up with their story. And I was just at first, well, I don't know if this lady remembered me on our registration. I just held her hand and I said, oh my goodness, I finally have met you. And I'm just so inspired with your stories. I've been following you, but I've never seen you in all the other meetups that I have been in. So I guess our viewers are here. We actually have our family from Mexico, Cami, Martha, and Gemma. Coach Gemma is also here. So please, please, please share this live stream because I have the honor. I don't know. I'm very nervous. I've been doing this live for the longest time, but for some reason, I am very nervous. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Paul and Helena. All right. Calm down.
It's an honor to be on here with you, Anne-Marie.
How are you?
We are doing really good. We are still in Mexico. After Anne-Marie left, we decided, you know what? We flew from Canada. Let's extend our trip because it's a fairly long flight. So we flew to I drove to another resort, and we've been enjoying Mexico, the sun, the food, the wobbly pops.
Not the sun so much. It's been raining there since when? Since
yes, it has been raining.
A rainy day in Mexico, it beats a snowy day in Canada. So
that's right.
True. Well, I know you, but our viewers might not know you. So maybe just a quick introduction about yourselves.
All right. So why don't you start off, Paul? Because Paul was the one who discovered this opportunity. And if it wasn't for him, I don't think we would have even ever met Anne-Marie. So yeah.
Well, it all started back in 2016. I've been in the trucking industry since I was 20 years old. I am 59 now, so 39 years I've been in it. Worked in the oil field 90% of the time. Back when I was 51, I was waiting up in northern British Columbia to unload, and I just was scrolling through Facebook one day, and I came across Facebook ad about a guy in the oil field like I was, never home, always gone all the time, and he did something different. So I watched it a couple of times. It kind of really stuck out to me, and I'm pretty click happy on Facebook. So I thought I better send it to her, because there's so many illegitimate things out there now. And so I sent it to Helena, and that was in June of that year. And we both looked at it, and I kept working through the summer. And then in August, I just told her we got to do something, because as much as I do love trucking, and I still love it today, I can't do it forever. Nobody can work forever. And truck drivers, bad backs, bad knees, you don't look after yourself. I just thought, we need to have a backup and for a retirement and for something to fall back on. What if something ever happened to me, So we we dove in the end of August of 2016.
And of course, and I was the skeptical one. I like Paul said, he's click happy, and I'm, of course, I worked in accounting. I see numbers all day, and most of the people in accounting are, we tend to be a little skeptical. We're those little negative Nancy's kind of, right? And but I love this guy. I felt like I needed to listen to him. I needed to, take a look at this. So I did. And here we are 8 years later, and
Over 8 years
yeah,
now.
Paul worked trucking. I was accounting. I have 4 sons who are all grown already. Love I have 2 little grandbabies. Love them.
Sometimes I believe things happen for a reason. I've seen this ad a few times, and it just kept coming back to me, coming back. I know algorithms on the Facebook, but it spoke to me what this guy was saying all about it. So it had to mean something. And you go with what you believe in.
That's right. That's right. Well, you know what? You have already answered my very first question. I was just like, introduce yourself, but now you're already here. But thank you. That makes my part easier. But anyhow, thank you so much again to those that are watching. There's a lot of you in here, even if it's just 2 o'clock Eastern time. Martha's here watching. Cami again wants to go back. Oh my goodness. And of course, Brenda, right? So thank you. Please, please, please do share this live stream, because I know, just like what Paul said, things happen for a reason. So your leads might be seeing this live, and we would love to help them start their own business as well. And to those that are already in the business, they might say something here that would inspire us more to work on our business. All right. Thank you again for sharing this live stream. So I guess I'll just have to segue to more personal, because since Helena already started, I love this guy. That's why I have to believe in him. So far, you've been here for 8 years. What has this business brought to your personal relationship as couples?
It has brought us closer together to work, actually, because for one instant, I won't go into it very long, over the course of when we lived in northern Alberta, and then we bought a house in southern BC to retire on. Over the course of 8 years, there was some of those years I was only home for 8 weeks out of the whole year. I'd be home for 2 days here, 3 days here. It was busy in the oil field. You have to make money when it's right. You cannot do it. So for us, to me, more like we've been together 20 years. And we've, over that course of 20 years, we haven't spent a whole pile of time together. I mean, God love her. She's tough. She's a trooper, all the times. Thank God for long distance calling. Like it's,
yeah,
because
exactly.
that keeps us connected. But being home now together, working on it all the time, it's
given us a common something to work toward, because I was in my world and he did his, and that thing about quality and quantity, you do need both. And like Paul said, we hadn't seen each other a whole lot. If it wasn't for cell phones, we would have had very little connection. And but yeah, yes, when he was home, I would definitely call it quality, but the lack of quantity, it really it suffered in our relationship. And the first couple days he was at home, like, hey, you're in my space, I'm used to being the boss at my house, and so yeah, this business has really given us something, like we're like a together that we're working toward a common interest.
Well, that really must have said that you must really love each other. You just did not have that time, so much of time, because it's actually my 3rd year. I've been here for 3 years now, and I have been observing that this business has really brought in the goodness in each of the relationship. It's either, there's a few that I know got divorced because the other person had a lot of money now, and maybe the wife feels more empowered. Honestly, for me, that's amazing. That's good for you. You've really seen your value, right? But
Yeah.
I've also seen a lot of couples also that had gone stronger, because now they see that, oh my goodness, if we were together when we didn't have anything, now that we have a lot, we can stick together until the end of time, and money is not a problem anymore, right? So thank you for showing that to our community. And it's amazing to see a a few of the couples also when we were in Mexico, and I know that they are gonna stay stronger seeing this. I know we cried, we laughed together, but if you do that with your significant other also, that I know would really tighten up the bond that we have for each other. So thank you for showing that to the community. Well, now I'm moving on to the coaches. So I know both of you are coaches. I just don't know if you're coaching one at a time or you're doing it as a couple. How do you do it?
We do it as a couple. Yeah,
Okay.
I do the behind the scenes, all the paperwork. I yeah, the admin type of work, I guess.
Yeah, so I guess my question with that in terms of being a coach, what are the common mistakes that you have seen since, I know your business had evolved from the first year to now the 8 years. So what challenges maybe, or what are the common mistakes that new business partners do that you see, and what would you advise to the now coaches to
Yeah,
do before that even happened? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. What would do something comes quickly to your mind? Like I'm thinking of people who, like, I know, and us too. When you start making a lot of money, there's always that certain body of, let's not go there what it's called, but it's that who wants part of our money. They want your tax money, let's just say it, right?
okay.
And I see people have gotten into, and that's not just, it's any business. And as an accounting background, I've always advised people to prepare for that time of year when you need to file your taxes. Make sure you have some funds set aside. And but other than that, like, yes, this business, people, like any business, it's not a job. You are not going to be paid people go to work 14 days later, they have a paycheck. And any business owner, they need to realize that you're in it for yourself. This is your baby. You're the one who's in charge of you showing up.
I mean, the greatest thing about this business is it's not get rich overnight. We're not promising $1 million the next week.
Right.
You have to work at it. I mean, we have the most extensive training that I believe in the world right now. It's so updated. It's so easy. It's all videos, so simple to follow. And you have to. It's like a business. If you treat it part time, it's going to pay you part time.
Right.
I mean, I understand a single person doing this. They have their own job at home. To do this part time, that's great. If you have an hour, 2 hours every evening, that's all you can put into it. It's not a race. I mean, we've known people that have been in here for, God, in probably 6, 7, 8 years. That they're still doing it part time, but that's what they do. It's all they can do.
And you kind of love it. Like, once, if you step away, I'm thinking that, you kind of start missing it, right? It's yeah.
Well, talking about you kind of love it, what is it in this business that you really would fall in love with? With me, I felt like now that I am a full-time doing this, I'm a teacher for 20 years, and I miss my students, but I really did not miss the teaching part, because now I feel like I can do my teaching part when I do my coaching. And
Yes.
what happened in Mexico, really, when I was speaking to a crowd of 70, to a family, I feel like a family that made me, it was an assurance that I'm on the right track, because I know God has given me some skills, talents, and gifts that I could give to my students and share to them. But this time it's some kind of different feeling, that I'm not just teaching one student at a time, but definitely a community or a family or a parent, that they could also share this knowledge also to their own family. But with you, out of all those other benefits, what is, or what are maybe the things that you're really falling in love with in our community?
The people.
Oh, the people.
The people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm an introvert by nature, but
You cannot tell. I cannot tell.
but coming and meeting you, Anne Marie, and all the others, it feels like you get some people that give you such big warm hugs, and you just feel like it's a family, and it's that's part of the thing that I really, of course the money is great, but there's more to that, more to it than just the money. It's the connection with other people. And like you said, you no longer have classroom like the students, but you now have other students that you're teaching. We've seen you when you were sharing in front of everybody. Yes, Anne-Marie, you truly do have a gift there.
Thank you for recognizing that. I feel like it just comes natural because what we're talking in front actually are our stories. We're just sharing it and we're just there to inspire. And
Mm.
for me, I came in the business without any business background. At least with you guys, you have a tracking company and you work with numbers. But with me, I work with students. Like, how would I apply that to my business, right? But because of our proven system, I just had to follow the step by step things that we need to do and apply it. And that's how I feel like I got success in this business. But talking about success, I know there's always going to be challenges, right?
Mhm.
Paul, for you, what is or what was the most challenging part that you have experienced in this business and how did you overcome it?
That's a loaded question.
That's a hard one. That
I didn't
teacher here
prepare
in
for
Memory.
I did
My,
not prepare for this.
I guess my biggest challenge was I'm not a big uh, reader. That's my thing, and trying to follow our training when we first started was
Was not what it is
oh my
today.
God, no, it was tough. But trying to follow through that, and it takes me a while to absorb something, but for me to watch videos and stuff, this has made this so much more easier. But I was pretty shy at first trying to make videos. Gosh, when we were making our first ad to put out to people, oh, we must have did 50 takes. This wasn't good, that wasn't good, didn't like it. You don't like yourself on there. And after a while, I practiced, because I had 11-hour drive when I was going to work. So I
Mhm.
put my phone on the dash of the truck, I'd hit record, and I would make just practice talking to the camera, and now it never bothers me one bit. That was my biggest challenge is overcoming your fear of being in camera. And another thing that people have to understand is you need to have thick skin in this business. And I'm going to say that because people do not like people who are successful. They always want to throw they're keyboard warriors. They always want to throw a comment at you, trying to bring you down, and that I'm a very I may be 6'3", but I'm a very soft-hearted person. And that was one of the hardest challenges for me to get over is I've never done people wrong. I've have in my trucking business, I've had people wrong me for not paying us, and stuff like that. And for us to get in this business, it is so legit and everything. And trying to explain that to other people, they think you're just trying to take their money from them, and it was, I had to grow thick skin, and so many other people do too. And you just have to push the naysayers away and give your attention to the people who really want to better their lives and to have that retirement. I'm going to say there's other things you could call it, but for us, it was a retirement fund, something to fall back on, something where we could travel to enjoy our time together, and do whatever we want to do. I love sledding. That's one of my biggest passions, just to jump in the sled and go somewhere for a weekend or something
He's
like that,
talking snow. Like,
Yeah.
I
Why? Like why?
I know.
no.
But that was my biggest challenge was becoming thick skin and being able to openly talk on camera all the time and to try to explain this business to people,
And that's
and
very understandable when you talk about your time. That was 8 years ago. Believe it or not, we were so new with well, not so new, but like having to be open about our stories, our lives in the internet 8 years ago, 9 years ago was not that easy, honestly. So if you hear something, or especially if they are coming from friends, for me, it's like it's okay if they are strangers, they don't know me, but sometimes if they're coming from friends, or maybe just a side eye when you meet them in church, and it's like, why are you doing live? What is this? What else? Like, oh, okay, all right. I guess my dreams are way bigger than our friendship. Bye. Sorry, but really, there are seasoned friends that you had fun with them about that time. But now that I'm moving on with this life, if you feel like you could not get into my good vibes at this time, Well, I guess we'll just have memories. You don't have to tell them that. You just have to slowly fade away, and that's what I experience as well. So, Helena, my next question is, what are the key strategies that has contributed to your success? I mean, I know we have different definitions of success, but in your end, I know you mentioned that you are not that out there and open and bubbly and all, but then in your case, what are your success stories, keys, and important strategies maybe for you to be able to still continue doing this business even until now?
Yeah, that's a deep question. Yeah, I truly enjoy getting to know people and helping them, and you just seeing people who, they come into this business and they lack the confidence, and I can relate to that.
Mm.
And then, but seeing their promise before they even realize it themselves, like seeing their gifts, that I have a lot of empathy for people, but seeing people, uh, into what they can grow into. I feel like that is one of my strengths. I can relate to people in their their insecurities and stuff. And throughout the years, I've just encouraged people, like, don't give up. Like, hey, try this, try that.
Mhm.
And no, your business is never going to be easy. If it is, you know what? It's probably not a good business.
Right.
Like, it's something. If something is worth working for, then maybe you need to adjust something. And as partners, like, I only know working this as a couple, but I
Mhm.
always see people who are, they're single, and hey, one thing about being single is you don't have to share the money, right? But you also have to do it all. And I really,
Right.
my heart goes out to them, because you're the show, you are that person. And sometimes you're tired and you just want to go bed, or you want to just, but hey, you haven't, how many hours, like, have you, like Paul said earlier, you do need, in the beginning especially, you do need to spend a couple hours or at least an hour a day to get the ball rolling. And but if you're tired, what kind of, are you going to just go to bed or watch Netflix, or are
Right.
you going to put your effort into your business? And
Right.
but of course, this business is very automated. A lot of the things we do them once, and then it works again and again. Like, so it that really helps, because let's just admit it, nobody has time for another job.
Right.
And that's why we really felt too that this is for everybody, because we're all busy people, we're tired. And so, yeah. But yeah, I hope I answered your question.
Wow, well, that's really amazing because there's a lot of things that we really love about this business, and we actually could find our strength when we are in this business. But you are right, this business in the beginning might be technical. We might be able to have to start with the website or how to answer inquiries and all this stuff. But as we progress and as years would pass, it becomes our life. Like sometimes, like, okay, wait, what, something is not right today, maybe because I did not do live yet, something like that, you know what I mean? So it becomes part of our life, if not our lives. Like, we get into the stories of our teammates, of our business partners, we get so affected by it. And when everything is doing so good, also when somebody earns this lifetime bonus, you also feel so happy. We get so immersed with our business that it doesn't feel like it's a business anymore.
Exactly.
Just like our meetup, it did not feel like a meetup anymore because we felt like we had a big reunion, like we knew each other. But definitely that really helped all of us as well. But you know what? It's midday, but we have a lot of viewers. I just want to say hi to our business partners or future business partners. We have Team Rivera from the Philippines. Hello, hello, hello.
Oh,
I know Jonathan is coming from your link. Hello to you. Thank you for coming in
Hi,
here.
Jonathan.
There you go. Maria Victoria Garcia Nicodemos is here. Who else? We have someone from Hawaii. By the way, if you want to shout out, comment down below where you're coming from. There you go.
wow, Hawaii, awesome.
Hey, Kate Girali Bacchiano, watching from Canada. There you go. Martha is loving our training. Brenda and Ron are watching. Our community definitely is family. You are about right. And Coach Mildred is watching. I'll see you later. We are about to do an echo. I know we would not do as much justice as those presenters that were in there, but we are trying to encapsulate everything that we have learned and echo it to our team later. So, success team, see you later. We are going to try our best to share what we've also learned from our meetup. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Marie Hayek from Canada. I'm going to try as fast as I can. Alex Hamilton from Virginia. Again, Ronald is saying this business provides the opportunity for us to work on our weakness and grow.
Well, that's one great thing. Everybody has weaknesses, just like we do. But when we get together, or we're on Zooms, we have business meetups on Zoom, stuff like that. Everybody, you're never alone. That's the thing. If somebody has a weakness, you can help them with it. And that's the beauty of this business. We're not all just for ourselves. It's for you're helping other people grow. That get into the business with you. That's the beauty of this.
Definitely. I feel like that's even much more for me, the bigger purpose of having this business, because, when you put in a business, obviously you want profit, you want money from it. But if you get a heart out of that business, then you have done something much more than right.
Yeah.
Right? All right. Watching from Florida, Maria Victoria, Teresa Paklib. Yes, Jonathan is saying hello, folks. Jesse, oh my goodness, Jessica's here. I can't wait to do your interview. Also, then there's going to be more interviews here coming from our peeps from the meetup. So I'm excited to do that again. I have paused for a little bit, but now it's giving me back that energy to like, you know what, let's get to know more, because I wish I had spent more time and really talked to each and every one of you in there, but it's impossible. It's impossible. Because sometimes we're just, okay, we'll have fun. But you're like, okay, well, wait, what was the story again then? Anyhow, there's a lot of benefits in this business, and I have this. Well, I guess this was like 2 years ago, but I always just show this to my viewers just to see a few of the results of our business. This is not updated, but it's good enough to inspire those that are not in the business yet. We are global, and I am very happy and very grateful that you are here with us today. For those of you who's aiming, who's wanting, who's really needing to get that work for yourself, and you wanted to be your own boss. For those of you who wondered how to crack this online world and how to, earn from this. And for those of you who are looking for extra ways and extra income, you are 1000% on the right place. Definitely, right? We are 1000% on the right place. I know this is getting longer. I don't want to hold you that long. We just have one more question and then we'll play a game. Paul, pretend like Helena's not there and you have your own vision 5 years from now. What is it? And Helena, pretend like Paul's not there beside you, separately, not just a couple. Where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
I see myself 5 years from now. I have a house picked out down by the lake in where we live, and I've looked at it for ever since I've been there. I used to go out on my friend on a boat. We drive by and went by it, and I think about it constantly, and I would want to live in that house by 5 years.
Wow, amazing.
That was my dream.
I'm going to share mine also. When we did that story with Jamie, A Perfect Day, it was like perfect. It's like ChatGPT knew me so much. Mine is I want to have a house that's in the beachfront. That's why I'm so jealous with you right now. You're still in the beach. So Helena, your turn. 5 years from now, where do you see yourself?
Travel. I've got the travel bug. We are leaving for home for tomorrow, but I'm already researching our next vacation. I always do that. I'm always researching. So, I've been to, some couple Asian countries a couple times. I want to go to Greece again. I always said, I'm sure, I love Mexico. I love the people's heart here, the servanthood, the way people serve. It just, oh my gosh. I always like to, and it's a joke. I think I got switched in the hospital when I was a baby. I really am Mexican. I want to be Mexican.
No, you're not. But wait, I have a suggestion. Have you been to the Philippines?
No, we haven't. We
there
have
you
friends.
go. Do you know that the Philippines are the Mexicans of Asia?
Yes. I believe you. I believe you because we have some wonderful dear friends who live really close to us, and she is like so lovely,
Oh,
lovely
the
people.
background of that is we have been colonized by the Spaniards for 300 years. That's why you could really significantly see who are the Filipinos in a bunch of Asians, because there's really that blood of Spanish, and sometimes our words could also be mixed up with those Spanish words or Mexicans or whatever Latino words. Anyhow, we'll play a little game. And then last few words for our viewers. So this game we will call "Who is most likely." So instead of saying Helena or Paul, you just have to point like this or like this.
Okay, we each do it.
Yes, you each do it together. Okay.
Okay.
It's like we're playing a game on the reception of the wedding. No, just kidding. All right, number one. Who is most likely to forget to take out the trash? What? That's your job? I don't touch the trash in our household. I have kids. No, just kidding. All right, next one. Who is most likely to start? I think I know the answer here. A spontaneous dance party. Oh my goodness, you would not believe Helena just stood up on our first night and everybody was just sitting timidly on our tables. It's our first night. Nobody knows each other unless you have came in with a person you already knew. And then here comes Helena dancing by herself. And we're like, whoa, it's dancing time. So yes, I vouched to that one. You got that dance moves on the dance floor. All right, next one. Who is most likely to lose their phone multiple times a day? What? Well, I think I know the answer why. Next, who is most likely to wake up late even with an alarm?
Oh.
Oh, not you, me.
Yeah, maybe you.
Yeah, me.
Yeah. I don't wake up late.
You
Not
get
you,
to
early
know
riser.
more about each other by answering these questions. All right. Who is most likely to order dessert every time you eat out? What? You got the sweet tooth? All right. Who is most likely to remember everyone's birthday?
Ooh,
Probably me.
probably you,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Cool. Who is most likely to be the first one to apologize when there's an argument? Oh, that's why you're still
That was all
together.
pretty bad. Yeah.
You guys, if there are males, their husbands in here, take it from Paul. You have to apologize.
A,
I
a
saw this.
happy a happy wife is a happy life.
Mary Han, you got this. It says there if Paul or if Paul is wrong and Helena is correct, who is correct? Helena. If Paul is wrong and Helena is wrong, who is correct? Still Helena. So
Yeah.
that should go out to all of those couples. It's always going to be the wife that all the time. And take that as a precious inspiration. So your marriage would also last longer. All right. Next one. Who is most likely to get lost even with the GPS or a map? Oh, me too. My husband would always tease me like, you don't even know where the closest Walmart without your GPS. I was like, whatever. Next one. Who is most likely to sing in the shower loudly? Oh, you're a singer too? You did not go to the karaoke. You were singing karaoke on the last night.
I hide some of my talents.
Really? Well, there's still going to be a next meetup. We will have our own karaoke challenge. Where's Deborah? Deborah's not watching, but I'm going to suggest we will have our own, what do you call that? What do you call that? Talent showdown or something like that?
Karaoke night. Yeah.
Karaoke, singing, whatever. So that's going to be fun. We should have one night that's just fun for all of us.
That's right. We should.
That's going to be a good one. Last but not least, who is most likely to stay up late watching a movie? Not a business, but watching a movie. Oh, and then the TV's on until not until the morning, right?
Well, no, actually, we found the sleep timer, so we're good now.
Okay. All right. We're good. All right. Last but not the least, what can you say? You're going to face each other now. What can you say to each other as business partners and couple that you want to share to us?
the last 8 years have been one of the best, or some the best 8 years of our lives so far being together.
And I just got to say, I'm glad I listened to you. No.
Aw, thank you. Thank you so much. That really speaks a lot, knowing about your full story when we were not full, but most of your story while we were in Mexico. I guess your last message also to our viewers. We have here PB finally is here. But to all our viewers, may it be to those that are here already in the business and to those that are not yet here in the business.
Well, I want to say when we started this business as dinosaurs, there was 13 of us started this business back in 2016. Now today we are globally, and I mean everywhere, New Zealand, Australia, Kenya, all over the world. There's over 220,000 of us. We are the biggest online business in the world right now. And for some of you people who think that this isn't real, or is it just one of those other quick gets rich, it's not. It's here to stay. It's been around for decades, this business, and it's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And when you join in and find out what this is all about, you will see how our community, how we help each other, how we watch each other grow. And it is, like I said, it's a huge family. It's we're here to stay, and you need something.
Yeah, and my advice is check it out. Like, if you decide that this isn't for you, that's fine.
Mhm.
That is totally fine. But if you check it out and like you listen to that inner voice, or you listen to your husband who says, let's check it out, just take that chance on yourself. Give yourself a chance to do something that you can be so rewarded, like not just financially, but like Anne-Marie has said many times, the community, the friendships you form, there is truly something there. But it's also finances. Finances we all know that cost of living is high. Everybody needs a second source of income. And, the day that becomes your plan A instead of plan B, that's the day to celebrate.
Yes.
So, yes.
That's good.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Paul and Helena. I really resonate with you. And honestly, that's why you are my inspiration, because it's not just the business that I am very grateful because I have found you. You have shown me, you have shown a lot of us in the community that, let's just stick together, and all these challenges that will come in our ways, in our lives, it's just going to be a blessing in the near future. Right? So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. This business is a blessing. That is because this business has wonderful people like you that are willing to share their stories to be able for us to get inspired and move on with life.
Thank you.
So, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you to everyone that are here. PB again, thank you. Those that came in late, just watch the replay of this. This is an amazing interview. Thank you. Adelaida is here. Team Rivera, thank you. And again, and again, I have found this business, and this is my answered prayer. I hope just by listening in our live, you would also get the chance to check it out, and maybe this business would also be your blessing. Thank you again, Paul and Helena. I'm looking forward to
Our
seeing
pleasure.
you in person.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And to those, our viewers that are here, thank you so much. I will see you next time. Bye. Thank
Hi,
you.
everybody. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you.